So let's see this. According to Euler's theory, the maximum stress is same just like Rankin's theory. Maximum stress in the column is going to be the sum of direct stress and bending stress. Just add these two things to get the maximum stress. But here the difference is M. In the Rankin's theory, M is equals to P into E, right? But here, according to Rankin's theory, this moment due to eccentric loading is not P into E. Okay, so let us see what is M and substitute the value of M here and simplify this equation to get sigma max. Okay, so to do that, consider a column one which is fixed at bottom B and free at the other end. So this is the case, right? So initially the column is this way, the column is this way. Okay, and at a distance the load is acted on it. This is nothing but E. Okay, see here, free end acting at E. This may be an extension of this column laterally, I mean in this horizontal direction. Okay, of course, without this, how can we apply with an eccentricity? So now, this column has been bent in this way, deflected in this way. Of course, you know the maximum deflection is going to be at the free end. And let us take a section XX, which is at a distance of B. This is delta and this is E. Therefore, from the original position, it is at a distance of delta plus E, right? But what is the deflection here? At this X, Y. So, ఇప్పుడు I am trying to find out the distance between this point to the loading, to the load. What is that? Delta plus E minus Y. So, what is the bending equation at Xx? We have seen earlier this equation, right? Ei d square y by dx square is equals to M. What is M about this point? About this point, P into perpendicular distance, right? So, P into perpendicular distance. So, simplify this equation, multiply these terms and bring this term here on this side. Okay, of course, this is going to be 0. And now, the solution for this equation is going to be what? This is not 0. Let me write this. This is equals to what? Yes, right. Okay, so split this. You will get P into minus Y minus Py. It comes down to this plus divide with Ei on both sides and you get this equation. The solution is C1 cos x alpha plus C2 sin x alpha plus delta plus E. So alpha square is taken as P by Ei and alpha is equals to root over P by Ei. Now apply boundary conditions. See here, this is a fixed end. So when the section is at a distance x, so when x equals to 0, this section is going to be here. So when x equals to 0 at B, what is y? It is going to be 0. And what is going to be dy by dx slope 0. So we have two conditions. At x equals to 0, deflection is 0. And at x equals to 0, slope is 0. Okay, slope is nothing but dy by dx. So we have two boundary conditions now. And at what is condition at A? At this section A, at free end. At x equals to L, if this whole length is L, at equals to L, what is the deflection? Delta, right? We have three conditions. So use those three conditions at B, x equals to 0, y equals 0, and dy by dx also 0. So on solving, we get C1 is equals to this, C2 equals to this. I wrote these two values directly because we have seen this substitution in our Euler's formula for 4 cases, right? So I'm not doing that as you are already familiar with this. And at A, x equals to L, y equals to delta. So substitute that equation, we get this delta plus E cos L root over P by EI equals to E. ఓకే, ఇవన్నీ కూడా ఈ బౌండరీ కండిషన్స్ ఎందులో సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేయాలి? దిస్ ఈక్వేషన్, ఈ సొల్యూషన్లో. So we already know what is C1 value, C2 value. Put those values here, and since C2 is 0, this is going to be 0, and you will have y equals to C1 cos x alpha plus delta plus E, and apply boundary conditions at A. You get delta plus E cos of L into root over P by EI equals to E. So send this onto this side. You will get this equation, E by some cos L into root over P by EI equals to delta plus E. And of course, you know 1 by cos equals to secant, right? So 1 by cos, you can take this as secant to the up. So E secant L root alpha equals to delta plus E. So now what we do is multiply both sides with P. So P into delta plus E is equals to P into E secant L root over P by EI. So what is the maximum bending stress at B? Maximum bending stress at B is equals to M is equals to P into E. This value, isn't it right? See here. See here. What is the bending moment at B? What is this distance? Delta plus E, right? At B, the moment is delta plus E into force, perpendicular distance, force, right? What is P into delta plus E? That is what we found out here. P into delta plus E is equals to this. So substitute that value here. M is equals to this, and this is equals to this. So therefore M is equals to this, M equals to this. So now we know, we have seen at the beginning of this, sigma max equals to sigma direct plus sigma bending moment. So P by A plus M by Z. So put M is equals to this here, and this is the formula derived for one end fixed and other end free. This is the value for this is the expression to calculate the maximum stress that is going to be seen in this column due to eccentricity E. See, there is a very little minute difference in the expression, so it is not that difficult to remember these simple equations, right? So effective length is equals to LE equals to 2L. So L is equals to LE by 2. So you can just substitute the value of L as LE by 2. So this is the expression in terms of effective length. That's it. Okay, nothing more than that. Okay, so I hope you understood now this. So now the other important thing you need to know here during solving problems is this. What is that? For no tension to develop in the column due to eccentric loading, P by A should be equals to M by Z. You can write this as direct stress should be equals to bending stress. Isn't it right? That is what we are saying that. Okay. So what is no tension? See, if this is a column, if this is the eccentric loading with an eccentricity, what happens is this column is going to bend in this way. This side you are going to see compression, and this side you are going to see tension. Okay. So if tension should not develop in this column, okay, what should be the condition is, we know this equation. What is that equation, guys? Sigma max is equals to sigma direct plus sigma bending moment. Isn't it right? So these two should be equals to 0. When these two is going to be 0? When this is equals to 0. So when this is equals to 0, sigma direct is equals to sigma bending moment. So when there is no tension, sigma max should be equals to 0, and then sigma direct is equals to sigma bending moment. So bending moment వల్ల వస్తున్న స్ట్రెస్ అనేది డైరెక్ట్ స్ట్రెస్కి ఈక్వల్ అయితే then there is not going to be any tension on the outward side. The complete column is going to be under compression only. So he will ask you, okay, these are important questions. Okay, this is one of the important model, I have to say that. So P by A is equals to P into E secant LE by 2 root over P by EI by Z. So don't worry about this sign, okay. So this sigma direct comes this side, this becomes minus, okay, right? That's okay. Okay, just see the numerical value. Okay, so this is the expression to calculate the bending stress in case of, to calculate the maximum stress in case of Euler's theory. Okay, this equation. Okay, so let me explain you one more problem based on this Euler's theory, eccentric loading. Okay, and I will give you some more problems to solve from the textbook itself. So try to solve them and find the answer. Okay, these are not that difficult to do. Okay, these are just simple, what we say, substitutional problems. Okay, you just need to know what is the equation that you need to use, what is the expression. Okay, so let us solve a problem.